There were years that felt like nothing was happening. I want you to know something was happening. It was just happening below, where you could see. Nothing was growing. Nothing was growing. That's what it felt like. Nothing was growing. I remember the years that felt like waiting, the years with no harvest, no bloom, no name. I remember doubting every choice I'd made. I remember feeling like I'd stayed the same. While everyone around me seemed to flower, while everyone around me seemed to rise, I sat inside a silence I couldn't explain and watched the seasons pass before my eyes. I call those years a failure of becoming. I call those years the ones that I had lost. I thought that growth required something visible. I thought that stillness always came at cost. But something was happening beneath the silence. Something was moving where I could not see. A slow and ancient work too deep for daylight, a work that had to happen quietly. If you have years like that, years that felt like nothing, something was happening, I promise you. Nothing was growing, that's what it felt like. But everything was growing in the dark. Nothing was showing, that's what I believed. But everything was rooting in the dark. The dark was not empty, the dark was not waste. The dark was the soil of everything I'd become. Nothing was growing, everything was growing in the dark. I used to measure my life by what was visible, by what I could point to, hold or show. But the deepest things that ever changed me happened in the places no one knows. The 3 a.m. thoughts that no one heard me think, the quiet choice to try again next day, the grief I carried without an audience, the faith I kept when there was nothing to say. Those were not nothing, those were everything. Those were the roots beneath the silent ground. Those were the years the garden was assembling everything that I would later have found. I am not behind, I was never behind. I was underground, becoming what I'd need. The years that felt like nothing happening were the years I planted every seed. Every quiet year you survived was a year your garden grew roots you couldn't see. I forgive myself for thinking I was failing. I forgive myself for doubting in the dark. I was doing the hardest work there is, the work with no applause, no mark, the work of becoming without witness, the work of growing without proof, the work that only shows its harvest later when the garden finally breaks through. Nothing was growing, that's what it felt like. But everything was growing in the dark. Nothing was showing, that's what I believed. But everything was rooting in the dark. The dark was not empty, the dark was not waste. The dark was the soil of everything I'd become. Nothing was growing, missing me. Nothing was growing. Everything was growing in the dark, and it was me. If you have years that felt like nothing, they were not nothing. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Nothing was growing, nothing was growing. That's what it felt like. Everything was growing. The years that felt like nothing were the years everything began. Every gardener knows the secret. Before anything rises, the roots go down deeper than anyone can see, deeper than the plant will ever need to remember. The roots grew first, and they are the reason everything else was possible. The roots grew first. The roots grew first. Before anything you could see, the roots grew first. I used to envy the ones who bloom quickly, the ones whose growth the whole world seemed to see. I used to think that I was somehow slower, that something must be wrong with how I'd be. But no one sees the roots when they are growing. No one applauds the reaching underground. No one knows how deep a tree has traveled before the first leaf makes a single sound. And I was rooting deeper than I knew, through layers of doubt, through years of quiet ground, through soil that was rocky, dark, uncertain, through places where no other roots were found. I was reaching for water, I couldn't see it. I was reaching for a strength I couldn't name. I was becoming something with a foundation that nothing in this life could ever shame. Because the roots don't ask for permission, the roots don't wait for spring to start their work. The roots go down when everything looks finished. The roots go down into the dark. You were rooting the whole time, even when it looked like nothing. Your roots were going deeper than you knew. The roots grew first before the bloom. The roots grew first inside the room that no one else could ever see. The roots grew first, and that was me. The roots grew first, and they still hold everything I am, everything I'll grow. The roots grew first, the roots grew deep. The roots grew first, while I could not see. Now when the wind comes, I do not topple. Now when the seasons turn, I do not break. The years I thought were wasted on the rooting were the years that built what nothing else could shake. I think of all the trees that stand the longest, the ones that weather every kind of storm. Their roots went down for years before the rising. Their roots went down before they took their form. And I am like that, finally I see it. The years I doubted were not years undone. They were the roots that now hold up the branches of everything I have since become. I do not need to apologize for my timeline. I do not need to compare my growth to spring. The roots that grew in winter, in the silence, are the reason I can hold everything. The storms that didn't break you had roots to thank. Your roots growing the whole time in the dark. I honor the years of going down before I ever went up. I honor the depths before the height. I honor the root, not just the cup that later held the water, and the sunlight that later held the bloom for all to see. The roots came first, and they are sacred. The roots came first, and they were me. The roots grew first before the bloom. The roots grew first inside the room that no one else could ever see. The roots grew first, and that was me. The roots grew first, and they still hold everything I am, everything I'll grow. The roots grew first, the roots grew deep. The roots grew first while I could not see, and now I stand because I went down. Now I rise because I was grounded. The roots grew first. The roots grew first, and they are still holding me. Everything that holds you up right now has roots you never saw growing. Honor them. The roots grew first. The roots grew first before anything you could see, and they still hold you. What looks like standing still is sometimes the deepest kind of growing. Look at what grew while you weren't watching. Look at who you became while you thought nothing was happening. The garden is no longer in the dark. It is time to see it. Look what you became. Look what you became while you were not watching. Look what you became. I stepped outside one morning finally, into a light I hadn't used in years. And there it was, the garden I'd forgotten, grown taller than the height of all my fears. I didn't plant it consciously, I realize I didn't water it on purpose every day. But every quiet choice and every healing, every breath I took along the way became a root, became a branch, became a canopy I'm only seeing now. Became a strength I didn't know I'd built, became a peace I didn't know I'd vowed to carry. And yet here it is, entirely quietly, grown from every dark and silent year, grown from everything I thought was wasted, grown from everything I called unclear. Step outside the years of doubting now and look at what you became while you thought nothing was happening. Look what you became while you were in the dark. Look what you became while you thought you'd lost your spark. Look what you became while no one watched, while no one knew. Look what you became. It was always you, growing, becoming. Look what you became. It was you the whole time. It was you. I am standing in the middle of a forest that I grew without ever knowing how. I am standing in the middle of a wholeness that was being built the entire time somehow. And I wanna tell the woman who was waiting, the one who thought she'd never see the light, I wanna tell her it was happening. Even on your darkest, longest night, you were becoming this, exactly this peace, this strength, this rooted, grounded grace. You were becoming it in every silence. You were becoming it in every place that felt like nothing. Every single one of them was part of how this garden came to be. And now you get to walk through it and witness everything that you grew quietly. This is not the beginning of your blooming. This is the reveal of what was always true. The garden was finished, growing in the shadows, and the garden all along was you. This is not new growth. This is the reveal of growth that already happened. You are standing in it now. I stopped waiting for the proof of my becoming. I stopped looking for the bloom that hasn't come, because I am standing in the middle of a garden that has been growing since the day I begun. To survive, to heal, to root, to deepen every quiet choice, every held breath. And the garden is not coming, it arrived. The garden is not future, it is now. Look what you became while you were in the dark. Look what you became while you thought you'd lost your spark. Look what you became while no one watched, while no one knew. Look what you became. It was always you, growing, becoming. Look what you became. It was you the whole time. It was you. Look around you. This is the garden. This is what grew. This is what's true. Look what you became. Look what you became. You are the garden, and you are home. Look at what you became. Then share this with someone still in their dark. Their garden is growing too. Look what you became. Look what you became. It was you the whole time. The garden was never coming. It already grew. And it was always